On. Instagram be moving so damn slow. There we go. Good God. Finally. Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, everybody? Let's get started. Let these other people roll in here real quick.
First class. Ticketing. Jackpot baby.
Riley, me and you gonna have a problem, bro. The link is in the community, bro. I'm about to send it to your phone number. Good God. Peace, everybody. What's going on? And no, Cece, the answer to your question. We just started recording. Just peace, peace, peace. I see everybody coming into the back. I'm about to let y'all up. Give me 1 second. Let me send this link out to the one hard-headed person who didn't want to go in the community and get it. 1 second. I hope everybody doing well. You will lie. It's working for everybody else. That's why you laughing, bro. You know you lying. All right. I just sent it to your phone. Peace. So today we will be talking about tax deeds and tax liens. If you have any questions as we are moving through any of the information, feel free to come off your mic. And it will be comments coming from other platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and I'll probably periodically be checking the Instagram just in case if anybody do have any questions. But once again, this is the main reason why it's beneficial for you all to come into the community so you can ask whatever you want whenever you want. Yeah, Riley, if you can't get in, that's your phone, fam. So let me start with sharing this really quick. This is one I want to share with y'all right here. All right. So just to give you all a quick breakdown, wherever you see blue, these are states that do tax deeds. Wherever you see green, these are states that do tax liens. And red are redeemable deeds, and orange are liens and deed states. So we're going to go through the definitions of what all of those mean. But I'm more familiar with places like Michigan. That's when I tell the story about the first property that I bought through this process. That's actually where I got it from. And going through their land bank system, which I've compiled a list of land banks, which I'm going to share with you all. I'm going to post it in the community, but we're also going to show it on the video so people can just see how easy it is to get access to this stuff. But please, come off mic, and I want to know some of the states that you all are in. Please, let me see. CC, what state are you in?
New York.
Okay. What about you, Dr. Hood?
Georgia.
Okay. So we got New York and Georgia. And Giselle?
Maryland.
You in Maryland.
And you said that I'm sorry, you said that the red is tax deeds?
So let me click on it so I can see it better. It's small on my screen right now.
Oh no, it's redeemable deeds.
Yes, ma'am. Red is redeemable deeds, and orange is lien and deed states. So, and Mr. Pickard, so we said we had New York. New York is liens and deeds. We got Maryland down here. Maryland is liens. And we got Georgia. Georgia is redeemable deeds. And we got North Carolina right now. And I'm in Florida. and Michigan. So we're dealing with a lot of East Coast states. I know that Texas is a little bit different. Even looking at Hawaii and Alaska, we see that this process is implementable in every single state in the United States. So Riley, you got anything you want to say, bro? Before I move on to the next part. Did I add him to the stream? Oh no, my bad.
Can you
Riley, you
hear
got
me?
anything you want to say? I can hear you now. I ain't add you to the stream. My bad.
Oh no, I ain't got no. I'm just in North Carolina.
Okay. And Neil, peace. How you doing? What state do you have interest in learning about tax deeds and tax liens?
Georgia would be great.
Okay. So we got a lot of similarities, a lot of East Coast states. So we about to work through this really quickly. So let's go through the definitions of all of the, well, it was really three that we seen. We seen tax deeds, tax liens, and redeemable deeds. So we'll start off with deeds. Keeping it simple, tax deed is a legal document transferable ownership of a property to a government body when the ownership fails to pay property taxes. So allows the government to sell the property to collect delinquent taxes, results in the property being transferred to the purchaser. That's literally the process. That is somebody who went delinquent on taxes, and then per them going delinquent, it went to the tax assessor, which is in the county, and then as a result of that, they resell it. Well, they actually resell the deed to anybody who pays the property taxes in said state. So this is tax deeds. Next, we have tax liens. Share this tab instead. Okay. Tax lien is a legal claim against an individual or business asset when they fail to pay taxes owed to the government. The lien serves to guarantee payment of the debt. If the obligation is not satisfied, the government may seize the assets. So, seeing the difference, you have a lien versus the actual title to the land. So if it was up to me, I would go more with deed states because I don't want to have to worry about placing a lien. When you understand how a lien works, a lien usually works through the UCC one, the Uniform Commercial Code. You have a security interest in the property. So per you paying the property taxes that somebody else owed, they will do a lien on this property. And then if the lien isn't settled, they will go through a whole court process and then allow you transfer of the property. And in order for anybody to get the property back from you, if you have paid the taxes, they have to pay the taxes plus the interest and whatever that may be for that state. And that number varies in every state. So far, I'm making sense.
Yep.
Okay. And then right here we have the third one. Redeemable deed is a legal document that allows a property owner to reclaim ownership if the property is sold to another party. Here are some key points about redeemable deeds. The deed must be registered with the local land registry office to be valid. So that's usually the land bank authority, which I'm about to show y'all. And the property owners specifies a redemption period during which they may reclaim the ownership. So this comes with a contract, and it also gives them a time frame when they can technically purchase the property back. And like I said, this has interest included into it. And redeemable deeds state the property is sold like a standard tax deed state, but there is a final redemption period during which the delinquent owner can still make the payment and cancel the deed. Redemption deeds are tax deeds with redemption period allowing the property owner one more chance to repurchase the property. So, unless this is your homie, I don't recommend that that's something that you do because you look at this like, look at it like stock. Damn, this is the wrong one. About to open up this map again for y'all. This is the one right here. So, right here, Texas would not be a favorable state for me unless I was doing the purchase on behalf of a family member or a friend in order to get them out of a situation. Hawaii, same thing. Tennessee, even Georgia now. Now that we know this in Georgia, because there is a clause, even though they sell it the same way how they do in the blue states, there's a clause that allows them to come back and repurchase. So if this is a property that you have interest in, that you may want to keep, that you may want to give to your family members or resell or anything, just be mindful of your purchasing. So if you're looking to get into this as an asset class, I would use blue states over any state. Just be mindful of that. Do you all have any objections to anything I'm saying as of right now?
How do you know the difference between a loose state and a state that's more rigorous around the laws?
You said between a blue state and a state that's more rigorous around the laws?
You said if you're trying to acquire these properties to build assets, you said that you'd rather go with a loose state.
No, blue state. Blue state.
Oh, okay.
I got like a little accent, excuse me. So yeah, that's why I was asking, did anybody disagree? Just because we seen the clauses, we seen the different types of property, so we see the benefit of us actually purchasing a deed versus a lien, even though they still may have a redemption period depending on how it works. So we're actually about to go into some of the states so that we can see what it's like when you go through their process. So right here, let me show y'all this list so you can just see. Share screen. Charlicia, your device not connected or something. Window, land banks. Here we go. All right. So right here, this is a list of different states with land banks. But the first one, the National Organizations Center for Community Progress, this particular site right here, it says this is a national organization that supports land banks across the country. So if you are looking for multiple land banks, this may be one of the first sites that you actually utilize. So the communityprogress.net. And then Alabama, keep in mind, even though this list, almost every state we just seen, they all have land banks, and the land banks are usually the ones that handles the tax deeds, tax lien process. So if it's not on the list, it does not mean that it doesn't exist. It just means you need to search for it in your county or city. Alabama, we got Jefferson County Land Bank, so same .org. Most of these are .orgs. Fulton County. So for those of you who still may have interest in looking into Georgia and the Atlanta area, you have Fulton County Land Bank, and it is FCCA landbank.org, and Macon-Bibb County Land Bank. Illinois, Cook County. Cook County is where Chicago is. So there are a bunch of expensive brick properties that people are delinquent on taxes there. What was Chicago? What was Illinois as far as state? Let's see.
I think it was red.
Well, Illinois is green. Illinois is green. So Illinois, that means Illinois is.
That was Indiana, I think.
Indiana is orange. Indiana's orange, but Illinois is green. So just being mindful, that's a tax lien state. And then we got Michigan. Michigan is blue. So you got the Detroit Land Bank. This is where I got my property from. So because this is the one I'm more comfortable with, after we go through the list, this is going to be one of the first ones I go to. And Genesee County and Ingram County, these are areas I have never lived in. I know about them. I don't think I will ever live there, but I would purchase property there because they have very large houses out there. And just keep that in. You can get property in places you don't live. And we're going to talk about how to leverage this when you get into an asset class so that you can go through the rehabbing phases or either leveraging it as collateral to do collateralized lending. Because the moment you acquire some of these properties, the price you get it for is not going to be what it's actually worth. It's going to be worth way more what you pay for it going through this process. Kansas City Land Bank, KCMO Land Bank, St. Louis. These be rough areas, but it's money to be got. And then right here we got New York. New York. Y'all remember what color New York was? New York is orange. They do liens and deeds. So it really depend on I'm assuming it depend on the city that you in, especially because like there's like New York, there's New York State, and then you have the way everything is done on the islands. I would assume that they will do more deeds towards the islands versus liens and towards the inner city. But I haven't done my research for that to be a definite. And then you got Buffalo, Erie area, so more northern New York, northwest New York. Ohio, Ohio is orange, so Ohio do D's and liens. And then we got Pennsylvania. Philly got some. They got some nice properties out there. What color is PA? PA. Oh, they do D's and liens. So those of you who may be in the New York, even in the Maryland area, because Maryland is green. Pennsylvania may be a lucrative area for you. That may be a little bit more accessible if you want to go the D route. So and Texas, the red Texas is red. You have that redemption period there, but there isn't no place in the United States that is giving you the size property that you can get in Texas for that price point. So that is still something to keep in mind. They have large houses out in Texas, and you just never know what somebody didn't pay the taxes on. The taxes can be as low as $300, and if you pay it, somebody has to then come back, and you never know the reason why somebody didn't pay it. They could not want it no more. They could have got it some way that they wasn't even knowledgeable about. They could have passed, and sometimes people don't even know that they be on taxes, so things just happen. But that doesn't mean that you can't do what you need to do on your side of the contract in order to solidify your asset class. Rochester Land Bank, that's in New York. So which one we about to start off with? Let's go to Detroit first. Detroit Land Bank Authority. Just so y'all can see how simple this is. What they want me to click on? Control. All right. Change your screens. Question so far? Hold on.
Um,
It's a few more people. I'm about to make sure everybody up. Questions.
um, North Carolina.
What about it, bro?
Do it have like a real like you know how you bought your property? What you say, $200?
Technically, it was 200. Yeah,
Do North Carolina have them for that low?
we can look. We can look. We can see in real time. So,
Okay.
I see Earl asked how Philly work. So, just to make sure, yeah, Pennsylvania is tax deeds. That's you good out there. Like all you end up doing is paying the property taxes, then they end up transferring you over to deed, and it's up to you in order to make sure that you get the property up to code. Same exact thing that I did in Michigan. The pricey part is getting it up to code. So let me share this with y'all real quick. Present. All right, I ain't been out here in a minute. Okay, so Detroit Land Bank Authority, view available properties. Look, you see how they just look, buy a home, buy a vacant lot. Y'all know how much lots cost in Detroit? You know what you can do on a lot? Do you know what you can do on a lot? And do you know what you can do with a lot? A lot itself, if you can acquire a property for $100, which would be a lot, the lot value may be in the tens, 10,000, 20,000, and technically you just increase your asset portfolio with $100, fam. So let's see. Let's look at the lot price first. Side lots, view listings. Lots are still $100. Do you see this? Like, I swear I'm not making this up for y'all, dog.
Yo, that's wild.
I can't make this up. So these are different streets, different locations, just pretty much plots. $250, $100, $100. Bro, it's crazy the things we have put our money into where we really could be changing our wealth dynamic with pocket change, man. Like, I spend this going out to eat. Like, every time I go out to eat. We just went out the other day, it was like 230. So let's look at the houses.
Hey DJ,
Yes, ma'am.
do we have to have a? I'm new to this to your community, but do we have to have an app to be able to view or subscription to be able to view the vacant lots or what's available?
No, man. I just clicked straight on the website. I went straight to the website. All that stuff is right there. Now, for the purchasing, sometimes they want you to be a resident. And that is the only thing where people have a issue sometimes. And for that very reason, group economics is your friend. Because if I have a Michigan address and a Michigan ID, I can work with you in order to do the purchasing, right? If you're in an area where I want a property, you can work with me in order to do the purchasing. And that's really one of the only things that I really see people run into when it comes to this particular process is when they want to purchase in certain states. Some of the requirements, they want you to actually live in said state because they want to ensure that some of the wealth is going back to some of the residents. But then you can come purchase with businesses. But you can literally just click on these sites and run through them yourself for the most part. These are government websites, so damn near everything is free for you to access.
Okay.
Let me go back one more. These are lots. Still lots. Right here. Buy a home. Let's look at the house prices. Brick houses. Some of these be. I live in Florida. One thing I do miss living in Florida is basements. So projects, they got several different ones. You can own it now. You can enroll into an auction, and this stuff that's already rehab ready. The most affordable one to get into is usually the auction. And it says discount, Detroit school employee discount. See, they be looking out for the people in the city. So if you are fortunate enough to have some people in these areas, this stuff would dramatically help you out throughout your purchase. That's not what I was looking for, actually. I need the auction. Here to view more listings right here. Here we go. All right, y'all can see the listings now, right? Y'all see this? Y'all see these numbers, right? These are $1,000.
Are you serious?
I don't like. I can't. I'm not. I have no reason to lie to y'all. This is why I wanted to share it. Like all of them, but look, some of them, like even rehabbing. Like this one needs another porch. That's a few $1,000s, right? The roof looks fine. These properties have basements, front. This one don't even look like nothing even wrong with this one. It just like the yard need to be handled. No, this one looked terrible. This wasn't the one I clicked on. Let's go back. I clicked on the one next to it. This one. So for $1,000, yeah, this isn't terrible. And the thing you have to think about is these are asset classes, and sometimes you're fixing these up to put people in order to bring a cash flow system into your family. Driveways, 2-car garages. This is the inside. Crazy. No water damage. You gonna have to do flooring, install things, but for $1,000 for you to be able to get into real estate, like I don't feel like that's outlandish. And like, so when I say I got my property for 200, I'm about to explain how the process how it worked. So you see the initial $1,000 bid, right? This is what they want you to pay into it, and nobody bid against you. You get the house for $1,000. So, like, this is a nice property right here. This is brick. The foundation looks good. And Cherry Lawn is actually a decent area. They have really big houses, big basements over there. I think that's probably like a 6-bedroom house with a backyard. And just depending on this is what's available right now in auction. Things always come up. But like, look at this one right here. Redo the facing. All the brick is still good. This is wood facing. You can pop this off and redo this. Roof. But for $1,000, look at this shit here. For $1,000, bro. Y'all have wasted money on worse things. That's drywall, that's flooring, paint. In total, I just did some rehabbing for how much it would take in order to get this property up and running would be less than $10,000. Most of the cabinets would probably be sanded down, repainted. Come in there with spackle mud. That towel is trifling, but it's doable. You can leave it. It's so nasty. Redo the stairs, wooden stairs, real wood doors. You know, doors are expensive. Doors by themselves, the fact that this hot property still has doors and it has windows, all that shit costs. Just need to do a clean out and restructure. Well, they actually did the clean out. That's what it looked like. I hate these Michigan bathrooms though, but all of them are nasty looking. But Riley, you said you wanted to check North Carolina. You didn't dropped out. You want to check we about to check North Carolina. Let me see. Do you have a good list? All right, so you asked for this one. The list that we were just looking at, that was Detroit properties. So, but I also earlier I shared a list of multiple states where you can look in the land banks. Now, a tax deed. So, them properties we were just looking at for $1,000, you pay that $1,000. Nobody bid against you. The city of Detroit will then go into contract with you in order for you to put the property, depending on if you went through auction. The Detroit is a little bit different. Some people just let you buy it out outright, and then you just got to do whatever you got to do with it. But Detroit, because they're running an initiative in order to rehab the city, they give you a contract in order for you to rehab the property within a certain time frame, right? So that nothing extra. You pay your money. They give you your deed. They just want to get updates as you update the property, which you're going to do anyway because you want to get the money. So after that, they will transfer you whatever you need. And also, while you're going through the process, the property is completely tax-free in Detroit. So you won't be paying any property taxes or anything while you're going through the rehabbing process. Mainly because in the deed that they give you, it has a tax-exempt code inside of it. I dropped the link right here for y'all. It's in case if y'all got questions. Here you go, fam. All right. And the next thing, so one person bid against me. So I paid my $1,000, they paid their $1,000, right? So the city's winning regardless. So they already got 2,000. They got 2,000 already just on both of us bidding on this one property, not including the other property that people was bidding on that day. They bid once, and I waited till at the end of bidding. Bidding stopped at like 5 o'clock, so I started bidding at like 4:50. It was one bid. It went up to 1,100. I bid once. It hit 12, and then they dropped out. So $200 outside of my initial $1,000 to put in, I walked away with that property that I still have to this day. And it was a two-family flat, upstairs, downstairs with the basement, and I had 2 bedrooms on each level with a big kitchen, and we had a decent sized backyard. And right up the street from Grand River, which runs directly downtown, right around the corner from the skating rink, right by the freeway. So great property. What is that? You said, do they give a list of repairs to get the property up? Yes, they do. Well, the main things that they want is for the property to be livable. So livable is technically up to code. That means usually in these properties the power is disconnected and they've also disconnected the water. So making sure that you get your water reconnected by reaching out to the city. Reaching out to the city in Detroit is called DTE. You reach out to DTE, they reconnect your power lines, and then you have the ability to bring all of your contractors in there so that they can do all of their work. The main thing is you want to have your door secure and your windows secure. And outside of that, everything else they really lenient on. Making sure that just make sure that your roof is good so you don't have no water coming in, and then you can work the rest out. They don't care about the cosmetic stuff. All of that stuff is low level. Yeah, building a $1 property within a year is not hard as long as you can find the right contractors and you have enough leverage in order to do what you're going to need to do. One thing that I have discovered is when it comes to contracting, and this is advice to anybody, I used to be a GC in the state of Michigan. That's how I kind of got into even understanding this. So I had to take the test and understand we do it. I can pretty much build a house from ground up. I can do plumbing, electrical, drywall, all of that stuff. Roofing. I still got all my old tools. So when you get into this, one of your worst enemies is going to be contractors, because you don't know who's going to be a valid contractor, and you also do not know who's going to be true to their word. So you have to ask people to show you their work, and you also have to make sure that they're insured. Don't work with anybody who's not insured. You can't be doing the homie deals and stuff like this. And the main reason why is because if I get you in a position to where a bank is willing to pay for you to do the rehab, pay to get the rehab done, because you'll get it done a lot faster, and then you'll be able to decide, is this going to be a hold or am I going to flip this property? But at least you have the work done. So the best thing I can tell you to do is be very mindful of who you hire as contractors, especially if you know nothing about contracting. Bring somebody around who know better. Yeah, the homie deals will kill you, fam, because like they're like, yeah, I could do it. And unless they have experience in this field, is just when you don't realize how much labor really goes into contracting. So somebody will cut a deal with you because they need the money, but then they won't be willing to continue the work because it's not worth the hours for which they actually told you they're willing to do it. And this happens time and time again. And then you have somebody there with an attitude, or either they're not willing to show up, and then you feel like they done ran off with your money, but they've done technically all of the work they're supposed to do for the amount that they got paid, because there's contractor rates in every state. So it's better to hire a real company, fam. It really is. Yeah, the contractor game is serious. So let's pull up North Carolina land bank. Riley, what city you want me to look at?
Greensboro.
All right, 1 second. Mute your car, bro.
And I had to put my seatbelt on.
Oh, put a space right here. Land bank properties for sale, Greensboro Homes.
Yo, they got him? That's crazy.
I'm looking for y'all government site. Greensboro tax. What state was y'all? Y'all tax deeds or tax liens? Let me see. North Carolina, y'all tax deeds. Okay. So also when you're searching this stuff, because I just typed in Greensboro, North Carolina land bank, and it didn't give me the result that I'm looking for. So now I'm typing in Greensboro tax deeds in order to see that I can find the actual government site. So you all have a whole tax deed office address that just came up.
You?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Cause
So your website, it's y'all stuff goes through Greensboro tax collection, or either is that Guilford County? What county is that, Riley?
just Guilford.
Okay, so Guilford County. Let me see if I can go to Guilford County Land Bank. See, Guilford. That's you all have land for sale. This is y'all foreclosure list, and this from Guilford County as well. Guilford real estate records. So I'm going to go through your tax successor, and then we're going to see who's delinquent. Because if your city isn't set up kind of like how Detroit's is, that is the actual route that you use in order to get it done. So let's go here to tax collector. And all right. So I've never been on this website. Give me 1 second. I'm about to share screen with y'all so y'all can see.
You said they had land for sale?
Yeah, it's damn near land for sale everywhere, bro. Bill Gates ain't bought everything. It's a lot of land out here. Y'all ever been? You ever seen how much land is when you look down on the plane? And
Yeah.
I only be flying across the East Coast mainly, bro. It's a lot of land out here.
Say
So we
Bill
got
Gates. Now.
property taxes, Guilford County Department, Tax Department website. Share this tab instead. Okay. Tax Department. Nah, we want to see who didn't pay the taxes. Well, that's not what we're looking for. Tax lien foreclosure right here. You see this, Riley?
I'm looking at it.
All right. So on their website, this is the tax portion. We roll down. It says tax rates, property tax relief, tax forms, real property listing, tax liens, foreclosure, FAQs right here. So, and here you go. How do I acquire a list of properties and sale dates? Bro, whoever built this website is trash. The crazy thing is I went to this website and I did not know that this was for y'all because it didn't look like a government website at all. But this is what came up when I initially looked, and this is where they have all y'all stuff. Property for sale, links to tax offices. Oh, let me show you the homepage so you can see actually what I was talking about. I didn't know it didn't switch over. So when I had looked for it initially, this is what came up. ZLS-NC.com. This is where they have y'all stuff at. Interested bidders, property for sale.
That's crazy. They got it hidden.
It kind of is hidden because this is not a government site.
That's crazy.
Okay, and they give you the information you need in order so that you can bid too. Cash or certified deposit required. They just want 20%. And say I agree. Is it gonna let me click this? All right. Highest bid and then confirmation. Only 26, fam. You see this?
2,600.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So they don't got pictures. This is crazy. But you see the highest bids. And like they just want 20% down in order for you to bid. This must be a large property. But y'all do it a little bit different. And this is why it's good in order to see how every state operate, because it may be one that's a lot easier for you to do the acquisitions in, like Michigan, because you have to go to these scheduled dates in order for you to be able to acquire these properties. And these are previous ones going down this way. This was the most recent one, was the 6th. So, and it doesn't even look like they're doing that many properties. They're literally just auctioning off foreclosures, but I'm pretty sure that they may have a list. Links for tax offices. Let's see. Yeah, but you may be able to actually go down there and request a list yourself. And from the list, you can choose and look through at the addresses online so that you can make your decision if you want to acquire more property in the state of North Carolina, which is, possibly, no disrespect to anybody who lived there, one of the most boringest places I've ever resided in my life.
They trying to turn it up a little bit.
Don't do that. No, you ain't got a lot of me.
They try.
You ain't
That's
got a
my
lot of
word.
me.
They try. They trying, but they ain't. They took the CIAA from us in Charlotte. We ain't got no more CIAA. That's crazy. But Charlotte coming on along. Raleigh is too. But
So,
Greensboro, they just
and that's also something that's good to look at. If we know that certain areas we're seeing them on the up and coming, try and acquire property close to those surrounding areas. That way that you can assert yourself for the future. And these are really properties that you acquire and hold. So if you can get it up to code and you can get somebody in there and get them in, like a year contract, and then get them in another one, or put somebody else in it, until you see the property, the neighborhood start turning around, you can sell it for way more than what you ever bought it for. Because
right.
the thing you have to realize is the amount of money you'll make doing rental contracts yearly over time will be gratifying. But initially, that's why more people are in the short sales, because they're looking at the larger upfront money. But if you understand asset classes and you have an asset ledger, these are all things that you can go to a financial institution and be like, I got all of these properties. I need a loan for this. And they'll be willing to do it because they realize you have this much equity in everything that you've established. Even if you are having people pay you monthly, you can roll that over in order so that you can acquire more property and more property. Boy, what is you? Who is that? Riley? Riley, you in the
Nah,
country, bro. Mute your stuff,
nah.
bro. Oh, I see what I'm talking about, North Carolina.
Hey, yo, excuse the ducks. I don't know what, man.
Bro, it's all
That's,
G. So I'm pretty much that's the gist. If y'all got any questions, I'm gonna say we really can work through a Q&A, and we can rotate anybody else who may want to come up and ask anything. So y'all can just come off mic and ask, so we can work through everything.
Do you think that we might need like a lawyer or an attorney to help us through the process of buying a property, like in states that are more like tax lien states that are a little bit more stringent on the process? Like you said that um, you have to go through court if the lien is not settled. So do you have to get a lawyer or like an attorney for that?
No, ma'am, you actually don't. The whole court process is handled without you. Because the state has stepped in order to make sure that the property transfer happens. So it's not necessary for you to acquire an attorney in order to make that transaction. And I don't recommend nobody just throwing money down the hole, because an attorney, if only thing you may want an attorney for is at signing for the deed or the title signer for when they release the deed to you. And that's not even necessary really, because everything is pretty much uniform for everybody. Questions, concerns? Questions. My bad. Some of y'all wasn't up here.
So is the bidding all in person, or is everything done online? Like you just silently put your bid in?
For Detroit is online. Some places it is. Some places they do have it to where in the smaller cities, like probably the place like where he just showed me on Greensboro, it looked like they do that one physically. Like you have to show up there and be present for said auction because they didn't even show the component for where you can bid at online. So once again, it's imperative that you do your research. Even if you call down to the county and you ask them like, do you have a land bank or how does your tax deed tax lien process work? I recommend you just call your Secretary of State and you just ask them to direct you to the right department if you're looking to do something in your state because they're going to have more information than I do. And there's nothing wrong with calling them because their job is to make sure that the city makes money. So they have to get rid of those properties. You said with the court be the court of records. You would think so, but no, because it would if the deed is recorded there, but they give the property over to one of their agencies in order to manage for you. And like in Detroit, the Land Bank Authority is doing all of the middleman. So everything goes through the Land Bank Authority and then they record the stuff in the county records. Does the property have to be active in order to leverage? When you say active, you mean like livable? No, sir. But it is recommended that you do get insurance on the property. So if you're going to get insurance on the property, it would be best if it is livable for you to get the better insurance rate. But insurance people, they understand when you're going through property rehabbing and everything, and they know that things happen throughout rehabbing. They know that people steal things, all types of stuff. So when you do get a property, please figure out how much the insurance is going to cost in case anything happens, whether that's any flooding, water damage, anything break, fires, or if people just steal some of your stuff out your house, fam. It happens. Questions, concerns. We've been on about 50 minutes. This went about as long as I thought it would go. If y'all don't got questions, I just feel like I did a good job. But like this is the proper time to ask.
I just feel like a lot of the things, it's like we don't know what we don't know. So it's like, how are we going to ask questions when we haven't really like been immersed in the process of actually like going through and bidding and paying a down payment, talking to contractors, like rehab loans and like all of the things. So I just feel like
Valid
once we do
point.
more research, then we can probably come back and ask more.
And a lot of it is like how you said, actively being a part of it and being into it. Because I can walk you through a mock situation, same way how I showed you where you bid at, but understanding like the company, the requirements that they're going to want, the requirements that they're going to want when you go and apply. So understanding if you're going to go underneath your personal name, I believe I bought my first property with a trust, and I used one of my debit cards to make all of the transactions. So I was able to trace it all back, and then I had to get a cashier's check for one part. So this is like how you said, part of just understanding and learning. Because when I went to the signing, the title signing, they wanted a cashier's check, and I wasn't knowledgeable about this because nobody told me this. So I had to leave from signing, walk downtown to a bank I didn't even have, open up an account, and then get a cashier's check. And it's like, like I said, the biggest thing that will be your concern, it won't be the city that you're dealing with. It will be the contractors, because they'll be the reason why you don't make your deadlines. That'll be the reason why you're bleeding out money. So whatever you can manage to do yourself, go do it. Save yourself money. If it's sweeping floors, cleaning out, if it painting, sanding cabinets, cutting the grass. Save yourself as much money as you can in rehabbing, or leverage your credit. If you don't have it, go back and watch the credit workshop and utilize all of that stuff, because that will put you in a better position. Even adding the primaries, because then you can get a small credit card, probably like $10,000, $15,000. You can run Navy Fed. You can put 2,500 in your account and then apply for Navy Fed at night, as long as you have a good credit score, I believe over 680, and you've been banking with Navy Fed for long enough. They'll run you. Almost everybody who's done it on our side, they've got anywhere from like 20 to 25,000 on average, and that's more than enough working room in order for you to be able to put money into your property so that you can leverage it. And that's like, I'm not telling you no scams or anything. You got to have good credit in order to get it. And just the automation system, it damn near automatically approves you. You just want to make sure that your profile meets the requirements, because that's one of the easiest ways for you to, you know, have a ability in order for you to pay your contractors and do all of the rehabbing when you just went into this property that you got so low cost. You feel me?
Okay, I have another question. You know how you talked about how you have to be able to show the state your progress? Does that have to be like contingent with your business plan? So if you say I'm gonna have this property rehabilitated by this date, you have to meet that deadline?
No, they give you the deadline that they really want from the time you get in there, and it's usually always reasonable. Um, and that's also the main reason. I know people will send Lyft drivers to addresses in order to go make sure that the property is suitable, instead of them just paying into it, because you can go online, you can look at all the available properties, and let's say I'm in Florida, I see an address I see an address that I want. I don't have the ability to actually you like go see it. So I can literally pay somebody on Lyft to go take pictures of the property all around. That way I can get a better look of what it is that I'm trying to see, and I could just tip them for it. And that's something that a lot of people are doing right now in order to ensure that they're not getting into a real estate situation that's going to cost them way more than what they're willing to pay. Because you'll get into a house and it may look all right, and then there's a foundation issue, and then that is expensive. Or then the stack for the plumbing is bad, so now they have to dig up part of the basement. That's, I guess, expensive.
How
So
long?
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Was you done with her question?
Yes, ma'am.
How long did was the process from you obtaining, from you winning a bid to actually obtaining the deed?
It was actually like less than a week.
What? Wow.
Yeah, because I was there. I paid and I literally went downtown and I did the title signing, and then they gave me the paperwork. And from there I had access to the property. In all honesty, the moment I paid for it and they said I won, I was in the property because I was bidding in front of the property. I went to go look at it when I was bidding on it. I was bidding off my phone.
Wow.
It's like when you understand why the city does it, and you just it's just the avenue that a lot of us are not educated in, but it is. I'm very thankful that I stumbled on it, because I was just at a point in my life where I realized I was paying too much in rent and I wanted to buy my own damn house, and I found out I could do it like this. So I was like, bet. And I was already a contractor, so I redid the flooring, I redid the walls, and anything. I even replaced the windows. I did everything by myself. So for me, it was, I didn't have the contractor pains, but that's something that I can't save you all from. I can give you as much information as possible in order to cut your learning curve and also direct you the right way to save money and make sure that you can look out for the wrong things, but I can't pick your contractors for you.
So you were clear once you obtain a property, you clear all liens and everything.
There are no liens on the property when they transfer it to you.
Oh.
Not in Michigan, because that's a tax deed state. If it's a tax lien state, it will be a lien on it. And until the requirements are satisfied by both parties, the lien won't be lifted. So that's like when we were talking about Texas earlier. Texas is one of them states where they give the owner a redemption period for them to have one last chance to buy the property back.
Don't they gotta pay you for that property if they come back and buy it?
Yeah, they have to pay you that fee and they have to pay you plus interest.
Who sets the amount for the interest?
The state does. Now, if depending on the contract, now like those red states, it looks like you have the ability to establish said contract yourself. Because let's just say if I'm the property
Oh,
owner,
thank you. I was about to come in there. You too.
Riley, mute your ass. So like if I'm in Texas and let's say I find a tax delinquent property in Peartown. Peartown got super large houses, right? And I end up working a deal with the person. I tell them that I'll pay the back taxes in order to get them out of tax trouble. And then they then have the ability. Is somebody trying to come in right now? Hold on. And then they then have the ability to establish the contract for how long the redemption period is, unless the state dictate that they do that. But the fact that they're giving them this one last chance in order to even come back and recoup the property is giving them the ability in order to, like control contracting that other states really don't allow, which is favorable in commerce. That seems like an equitable situation because a lot of people are just losing their property and they don't know about it when it comes to this situation. But they're being delinquent in contracting because they agreed to pay taxes when they bought that property the way that they did. Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, bro?
DJ, what's going on, baby?
Nothing much. You got some questions, fam? Or you just want to tune in?
Yeah. I had a question about maybe on these land websites, these land banks. Are there any properties without houses on them or any commercial buildings?
Yeah, actually, they do sell. Like Detroit is known for selling. We have so many commercial vacant buildings there. So Detroit also sells commercial properties. And earlier, I had showed it. They also sell lots for $100 to $250 there, depending on the size.
Wow, that's beautiful. So every website, and depending on the state, has different I guess a list of these empty properties or commercial
The
properties.
offerings, it's like going to a car lot. People be having different makes and models, different colors. Every place you go, they're still cars. They look different, they shape different, same exact thing. It's just different states got different things they offering you.
Right. Now, what about if you wanted to get a piece of land and maybe like sell the wood, the timber, or mineral rights? Is there any? I heard mineral rights is kind of hard to deal with. But
You
is there
can do that. You can do that. You just
yeah,
have to acquire. You have to acquire.
low
I recommend that you get acreage versus you trying to buy a lot that's inner city because you're not going to find that on an inner city lot.
Yeah. That's kind of like what I'm thinking about, like acreage. Yeah.
The acquiring that type of land is a little bit different. That leans more over into the. I'll be trying to stay away from this. It leans more over to like the land patents and stuff and allodial titles.
Yeah. Say no more. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, when you start dealing with that large plots of land when it comes to the acreage and stuff, yeah, those are parcels,
Right.
or deeds that are broken down into parcels and stuff that were originally land patents, and that all supersedes what we're talking about today.
Right. Yeah, that's why I said allodial. Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. I just want to see your input on that.
Most definitely, bro. And like, feel free to reach out and join the community too. It's free, fam. Like, if you got any questions, just hit me up. Y'all know y'all can message me on Instagram, all that stuff. I'll be tripping.
Got your number. I don't know. I got your number in your email. I don't know if it's still the same. Um,
If it's the number that's on the bottom of the screen, that's the same one I had for years. That 248.
Before, all right. Let me check that. I'm gonna screenshot that right now. You know, I'm from Jersey. I was the one that wrote that comment about Game Face.
Yeah, I already know, bro. We just opened up a dispensary. Shout out to Smoke Break and June. Everything that they doing up there. We just opened up a new dispensary in Patterson, right off the freeway. I love my Jersey family. My New York family, all my tribal family up there. They are doing amazing things in the Garden City family.
I would like to get more input on what's going on. So I want to get involved too. You know, I'm right here.
Most definitely. Like, I just shoot me a message. I'm actually coming up north, so I will be traveling soon. I'm still gonna be holding the classes, but community wise, I'm going to be going to the powwow. I'm going to the Shinnecock Nation powwow on the first. I'm gonna end up missing 2 days, but I'm catch the last day because I gotta shoot a pod here. And then after that, I'm probably swinging down to Jersey to go to the Smoke Break dispensary and go check with my elder Rob as well.
Uh, so you're going to Chicago then, right? You're going to that's where you're originally from, the tribe.
No, y'all love to say I'm from Chicago. I'm not from Chicago. I am from Detroit, Michigan, where they wear gators and minks, bro.
Uh,
No, my tribe from New
Yeah.
York though. My tribe is from New
oh,
York, New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. That's our region, Lenape Hogan, and that's the Lenape people. And I got Ojibwe family, which is Chippewa. That's out in Canada. So yeah, all of that, and that's even when we start. Once we get past this part and we start getting into the origins of the lands and how it all got parceled out to even get to what it is today, we can then get to the land patent. Bro, you smoke, mute yourself, man.
I, I the sound is
God, mute your. So we
needing.
gonna go to the land patent. We gonna go to the land patent portion. That probably will be one of the next free courses that I will end up doing because it is imperative that people understand how they get to that point, especially if you want to be tax free for your property. And then we may end up having a private class about how to disenroll your property from the tax register legally. And
Right,
so, yeah, it's ways to do that. We've had several people, and just so people can know that it's true. Best
right,
example I can give you before I part ways with y'all tonight is if you get familiar with Paradise, where they have Las Vegas. Paradise is an unincorporated town that does not pay taxes, and they make so much money there. They think that Paradise is where the strip and everything is. All that money there, all those casinos there are strategically put in that unincorporated area for a very specific reason. But
yeah.
any more questions before we part?
I have one more question.
Go ahead, fam.
I have a friend that he's also Native American and also from New Jersey, and he has a book that his family had passed down with all the pictures and all the lineage of like, you know, I guess his great grandfather was a chief or something like that. And supposedly the rumor in his family is that the land that they had was kind of stolen, like it was stolen from his family. I don't know if there's any way to look into some of the old, like going back in the history of um you know, I mean, I guess if the land is stolen, there's no way to prove unless it was sold.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example of an individual, real life person who's living today. Y'all can look him up on Instagram. His name is Chief Two Hawks. He is the chief of the Narragansett. He just recently got his law degree. Spectacular individual. He himself, along with the help of Ferner and and also the spiritual guides, was able to get his land back for his family and his tribe against the Supreme Court back in Rhode Island. So it is possible. And fam is, I'm gonna say Chief Two Hawks, not even 50, bro. He young.
Wow. That's
I'm like,
good.
y'all can follow bro on Instagram because he bought that work. So it is possible. And all you have to do is make a claim against these people and be able to prove what it is that you're saying. You can't just be like, this is mine, this is mine. Where's the evidence that is yours?
Right.
And per it being yours, what would you do with it? Because is it just you? Because it's not just you; it belongs to your family, to your nation, and that's what people must be mindful of when they're making these requests. Because he didn't get that land back for him; he got it back for all of his people.
Yeah. Would he be able to, let's say, if by choice, would he be able to get paid because they already took it, like, I mean, I guess that would have to be in in
That would
litigation.
have to be in a claim. And if you're ever going to sue somebody for any money or it's in law's court, a tort or a trespass. If you're going to sue them for that, you have to make a valid claim and you have to have a fee schedule accompanied with it. So if you're going to attach fees, you need to have valid reason for said fees. So if they do want to attach money to it, they just have to have a valid reason as to why they're saying they're owed what they believe that they're owed. Because if they wasn't leveraging the land and the monetary component, how can you say that you're owed monetary? Because it was just sitting here. Because it was just sitting here, they said we could use it.
Right,
You
right.
feel me?
Well,
So unless you was doing business and trade on it and they disrupted trade, which is
mm,
a federal offense, it's very difficult in order to make a claim like that.
wow, that's deep. So as far as fee schedule now, are we looking at the years of how this property was out of my family's hands, or how does that? Because I know in fee schedule usually that's per hour. I guess if you're being detained, though, if in that
You
aspect.
would have the in order to this is how it works in law because law is very specific.
Hmm.
Yeah, Chief Two Hawks. Yeah, because law is very specific, fam. So we have to figure out what is the issue because was the land actually stolen or was it contracted out? Because a lot of people in indigenous culture would like to say that their land was stolen when there is documentation, whether if it was valid or fraudulent in place. And if it's on paper, it's very hard to say that something was taken,
Right,
even if it was by gunpoint. You feel me? So you have to go back to the records and see what happened with that one instance before you can even start to build your claim up for the years. Because
right,
if you can't find a good foundation to build up your claim off of, you're not going to have a case,
right,
and it's going to get thrown out.
right. You got to build
That's
the
just the way
case.
law works.
Okay, that's good news. That's fortunate right there. That's good.
So like just start at the beginning and really figure out what happened. Like
Right.
look for records, look who name was on what, look who signed what. Ju-
News. He's got
Hmm?
newspaper articles. He's got newspaper articles, and just I got to get more. I got to see where he's at with it, because he if he lacks evidence, then there's really no reason to go forward with it. So I know what you're saying is
If
building up.
he lacked evidence, look for it. But all I'm saying is you gotta have it before you move forward.
Right, right,
Or otherwise you're gonna waste a lot of time and money trying to play with these people who got way more time and money than you got because a government really don't age the way we do, bro. The United States older than all of us.
yeah,
They got more time and more money than you do yourself.
yeah. Yep.
So any more questions?
Yeah. Will we be coming together as a community going to go
You
do
trying to make me
land?
throw an event, bro. Don't you trying to
Yes, we gotta go together.
That's what they want. That's what they want.
Zay, do you have anyone? Do you have any sites for Nevada? I didn't see Nevada on your list.
we can check real quick. Let's see what Nevada got. I'm about to say,
Yeah, I
y'all
gotta
know
get with you
I'm here
because
for y'all.
I'm using you on part of my my pitch deck
What
partner.
that's what's up. I appreciate it. What
So you can
city?
set up these people's trust. Las Vegas, Nevada.
Damn, let's see if Las Vegas got a land bank. I didn't even think about them. Matter of
hmm
fact, let's check their map real quick. So
I mean, it could be somewhere Reno.
They
Nevada
got
is
to.
orange. Nevada does liens and deeds.
Lean. They do liens and deeds.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's check
While they out here doing doors and they do liens and deeds.
tax.
Rings, rings and things.
Las Vegas tax deed.
So you said it's an orange state. So orange means they do
Orange
liens
mean
and
they
deeds.
do. Orange mean they do both.
Oh, they do both. Okay.
So it may go through your county treasurer. Is that Clark County?
Clark County. You already know it.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
We only got one county. They just got a bunch of boroughs. The mob, so they can get their money, honey.
Clark County government right here. Let me share screen for y'all real quick. I got so many windows open.
You don't see mine.
What is y'all? You eating chips? What is going on?
I know. Put
Oh
yourself
nah,
on
nah.
mute.
I was just grabbing some bags.
Folks on here
What is
shopping
going
and all type of stuff.
on? Okay, Clark County. No, 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 no. Do I want to type in Texas? Let's see what's on the home page first. Homestead, personal property, real property. That should fall under real property.
Yeah, they a little funny with that type stuff. When I had to do my UCC one, it was different.
This why it'd be good to do it with somebody so y'all can work through it because y'all may see something I didn't see. And I don't know
Mhm.
everything. I'm okay saying that.
Me too.
Whoa there. Somebody needs some orbit. Oh, you're tripping.
Man, blue chews, the blue chews.
You got a dirty mouth. All right, so taxes, fines, and fees, personal property taxes, treasurer, real property taxes. Let's go here. Oh, this is trash. I don't like this.
Hmm.
We're gonna have to start holding daytime classes so we can call these people on the phone. Be like, hey, where your stuff at? So they're making you do parcel searches. Cause this is what I clicked on and this is what came up right here. Property account inquiry. So let's go back and see what else we can find.
That's when you're looking up somebody's property, right?
That's treasurer, that's the real property taxes. So I'm looking for delinquent taxes, excessive personal
Record
property tax,
office fees.
property tax code. No, no. Pay single personal business account, pay multiple personal property account. So see, this is what I be. Y'all see these places be on bullshit.
Shit,
Look at
don't
this.
they?
This
The
just said.
service provider limits payout. What did it say? The
Look, this says they work with a third party
third
service
party.
provider
The
with
assessor
convenient.
office has partnered with a third party provider to provide you with convenient online payment services.
So
They provided for you.
I'm pretty sure if they're utilizing a third party for their process in the same way how we just seen in North Carolina, they possibly have a third party website for where they're hosting all their property at. So let's see what we can find. Let me do a search real quick.
Alright.
Um, find uh, tax.
that means anybody can create also a third party type of deal that they're doing, right? As
You'll be surprised the third party contracts the government will be willing to participate in, fam.
that's
Y'all should really look into government contracting. It will intrigue you to see the type of things they will pay you for.
Hmm.
on before said Jen K Diaz, county clerk. It looked like that was that person's personal letterhead on the website. Like, shouldn't it be the name of a county? It's kind of weird. I'll be looking at stuff like that.
It'd be depending on the area too, because like Louisiana is a completely different state, bro. The way they do everything out there is completely different. They're under Napoleon law, so they don't even operate the way the rest of other states do.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
if you see this, y'all have an auction in Louisiana and in y'all county in Clark County.
All right,
I
hold
said
on.
Louisiana, and yeah, they
I know.
already
I
do
was like
11.
Louisiana. What's going
My
on?
bad, Las Vegas. My bad, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Wait,
So that
wait.
one
We
was
passed.
in
That was.
May.
Oh, that was in May.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all got another one coming up because it don't say. So what I would do is show that y'all got delinquent properties out there,
Yeah,
because this
'cause
is y'all auction list. This y'all auction list
they
right
be
here.
putting folks out in 5 days. I bet they do.
God damn, really?
Yeah,
Y'all laws is different there.
they don't be playing.
Yeah, it looked like most of y'all property has been handled out here. Whatever, y'all must got some really good properties out there because y'all list is about empty. That's why they ain't got another auction date. They ain't got shit to auction off. You gonna have to check the back taxes list. But this is also because this is one of them states that does deeds and liens. So if you go through people who are, if you just go through the taxes and you pay people back taxes, they will implement a lien. But if you call the assessor and you ask them about the deeds, this looks like through the auction, it looks like the way that they do the deeds. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. They make y'all drop 5 bands. You just need to come to Michigan. Buy a house in Michigan. They only want 1,000 to start. They only want 1,000 to start. They want you to put 5 in and still no guarantee.
Non-refundable.
Not hell no, it ain't refundable.
Non-refundable. Yeah. Non-refundable.
It is not refundable at all.
Oh yeah, they tripping.
Oh, she got disconnected. Her ass in the car in the store. So I'm gonna try and give Charlicia a second to come back in. But hopefully y'all found this information informative and very helpful, as I always hope you do. If not,
Absolutely.
please let me know so that I can adjust my approach.
Absolutely. This banner that I'm looking at that says the join free community, is that good? Is that relevant right now?
Yeah, that's new. If you go to school, I was gonna tell you, if you go to my Instagram, the link is in my bio. But just SKOL school, and
Yeah.
you type in trust fund, baby, you'll see the community. You can just opt in; it's free, and then you'll see access to the credit information, the trust information, and previous workshops, bro.
Okay. Cool. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Um, so the number that you have, we could text you, or how does that work? Or should we?
You can text me, and then we can set up a call. That's my
Right.
work number. That's been the same number I've had for years.
Yeah. I had it. Yep, I had it. Just never used it, but I've been
I
watching.
just got done cussing somebody out. I be like, all these people be having access to me, and they don't utilize it the right way.
Right.
They slow.
I've been watching you for a while, man.
Nigga, I've been looking for you. They slow.
You in General Hell. I seen y'all together. That's how I found you.
Yeah, Razor good people. Razor still doing good stuff right now. I still be sending people to him to this day, bro. Like if it's anything that like with travel documents, and like if I know people need a certain like education or mindset for them going in a direction to move that way, I just send them directly over to Renzo, and he handled that.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to, I'm trying to get down what's going on in my area over here in New Jersey. As far as like license or ID too. I need to get out the matrix. It's crazy over here, man. And you know what? I noticed that New Jersey is not on any of the land bank um lists.
Where is New Jersey?
East
New
Coast.
Jersey, New Jersey is a tax lien state.
Mm. So you gotta get involved with the bank then, no?
No. So what you get involved with the county tax assessor, and you pay the back taxes, and they have a redemption period in order for them to pay you that back with interest. It's
Okay.
different from you just getting the deed from the city.
Right.
That's really the main difference, though. But it's possible, and then you just got to think. I gotta go up there. I don't like too many New York properties. I like some of the properties when you go towards the Hamptons. I like them properties. I like Delaware properties. I've seen some decent properties in Pennsylvania though. Jersey,
Yeah.
one of my favorite places that I was able to pass through in Jersey, we went out there to go get some food, was Montclair.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Jersey folks tend to go out to PA, Philly, Pennsylvania, and Delaware for because a lot of people like to stay close to Jersey because of family, and they like to retire out in Delaware, Virginia. The what's that? The DMC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that DMV.
The DMV.
Yeah, yeah. So I got cousins out there. I got my family is away, but they still kind of close. They're hours away. So yeah, New York is
I'm a plane ride away from my family. I had to go.
yeah.
I don't like the snow, fam. They see me when
Me
they see me.
either. That's why I left Philly. It's how what do you know? Did you ever get any property in Philly or
Me,
Alabama? Yeah.
my family own land in Alabama. I don't have anything in the Philly area.
Okay.
Tasheen, I seen your hand. I ain't forget about you.
Um.
You got a question?
I
I don't
guess
know if
I'm
she can come off
gonna
mute.
be looking somewhere else though, cause Nevada is tripping.
I tell fam, go to the ones with the low price points. Get right, build up your
Oh,
portfolio,
yeah.
get that equity, and then use that to leverage with the financial institutions.
What about Atlanta?
Your ass wasn't here,
In
man.
the A, baby. I just came
Georgia
back.
is Georgia has redeemable deeds. So this is something that I read the definition for you. I got it
Okay,
right.
let me see what that means.
Matter of fact, I'm about to show y'all again. Y'all see, you got to be comfortable repeating yourself as a teacher. Good God.
Yeah, you know, I'm sorry.
You good. I'm messing with you.
Somebody's gonna keep me on my toes.
Okay, so right here, a redeemable deed is a legal document that allows a property owner to reclaim ownership if their property is sold to another property. Here are some key points about redeemable deeds. The deed must be registered with the local land registry office to be valid. So the deed has to be recorded in the county. The property owner specifies a redemption period during which they may reclaim the ownership. So if I'm selling the
So they
property,
basically can get
I
the
get to
property back.
dictate how long the redemption period is. If I say 5 years, if you agree to it, I got 5 years for me to come back and get this property from you. That's what that says legally. So you gotta watch out for states like that. But also, you have to agree to these things in a
Oh,
redeemable deed.
they also need to know about it.
Yeah, in a redeemable deed state, the property is sold like in a standard tax deed state, but there is a final redemption period during which the delinquent owner can still make payment and cancel the deed. And so anywhere throughout that time, if I say I want 5 years, if I pay any time throughout that 5 year period, contract counsel, I get it back.
Well,
Redemption
I ain't
deeds are
never.
tax deeds with a redemption period allowing the property owner one more chance to repurchase said property.
I ain't never heard no shit like that in my life.
I'm trying to tell you, that's why you gotta read this.
Yeah.
You would think you sweet somewhere, the next thing you know, they just can't
Right.
nothing. But like I said, you gotta also look at it as stock though. Stock that
Mhm.
goes up. Because if you acquire it, you hold it. If they purchase it back, they have to pay you back that number plus
Mhm.
some. Plus
Yeah.
some. That's really the only benefit in it. But in a contract like that, it could be articulated that they don't have to pay you any extra interest.
Mm.
Because what if they technically, like, I could let somebody live in my house like that with one of
Right.
them, and I'd be like, I'll let you stay here for 4 years, and then we just do the whoop or switch. It's so many different ways that you can work something like that that may not necessarily be the original structure for what they established it for.
Right.
Tashin, you had a question? I seen your hand had one up earlier.
Where is?
I think she said no questions at the moment in the chat group. In the chat, I mean.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Well, all right. So we've been on here for an hour and a half. Y'all ready to enjoy the rest of y'all night so I can leave y'all alone?
Nah, I'm cool right here.
No, bro. Go get you some business outside of me, bro.
He like, I'm
I
cool.
rock with you, bro. I rock with you.
Mhm. So you giving out the juice, honey?
I'm telling you, I'm one of the best in the game, if
Bro,
not the best.
I appreciate y'all. I truly do. So, what's our next thing that we got to do? I think we going over business restructure and business development this Sunday. Only
Okay.
thing, dog, I may have to move class up on Sunday because I'm supposed to be flying that day. So I'll post the time, but I just may end up moving it up to like around 4 p.m., 5 p.m. as long as that's cool with y'all, because I gotta be at the airport by like 7.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Did you send me the letter yet that you
The
did?
credit letters?
Yeah.
Nope, they'll be going out today.
Okay.
I was mailing out trust and business documents all day and printing stuff. So I have
Um,
not even touched any credit stuff. I will look at the submissions and I will send you all out your stuff.
um,
What's today? I never know what
it
day it
is
is.
Wednesday.
Good God, I thought I was about to say
I
Monday.
only know the day because I'm flying out tomorrow, so I'm going to Houston.
Oh, that is so sad. All right, so
That's so sad.
no, because I thought it was Monday on everything.
That's how it be when you ain't got no regular stuff. You be like, wait, what day is it?
Okay, so by Friday, I'll make sure that everybody have those who participate in the credit workshop. Those of y'all who sent y'all stuff in, I'll make sure that y'all stuff is actually sent to you so that you can make your copies. Because I'm going to make another post office run tomorrow morning, I believe.
All right.
So if y'all need anything, hit me in the chat.
Did you
Hit me on
did
social
you
media.
send the
What you want,
flyers?
Riley? What you want? What you want, bro? What you want?
Did you send the flyers?
No, I said I gotta make another post office run.
Oh, okay. I need them flyers, man.
I got you, bro. I got you. Man, thank you for reminding me because I really forgot.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's crazy.
My bad. I got you. I was taking care of the clients.
Mm. They'll
Mhm.
be alright.
Yo, spoiled ass get everything anyway.
Hey man, they'll be alright, man. Them folks gonna be alright.
Well, all right, y'all. Y'all have a great night. Peace and love.
You too.
Peace
Peace
and
and
love, brother.
blessings.